Oh my goodness. And so it begins. Okay. Alright, we are live. Anyway. That's a pretty neat way to start off the first episode, I guess you could say. Anyway. Yeah, we're good. EZilla here with the first ever EZilla99 podcast. This is a first that I'll be doing for as long as I have the energy to wanting to continue doing this. Yeah, this is the first episode, guys. This is gonna be a audio recording, as I've mentioned on my community tab. So you guys will listen or watch depending on who you are. But anyway, so this is the first ever podcast. But yeah, when it comes down to it, this is basically essentially like I mentioned on my community tab. It'll be mainly usually the same sort of things I do on my usual content that you see on my channel, just in a live format. So we'll be talking about the three mains. We got my thoughts, internet oddities, and Godzilla cringe. We'll be discussing a bit on those. So on today's EZilla99's podcast, I wanted to discuss of the my first reactions and my overall thoughts on the first and second episode of Ultraman Trigger. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been out for at least 2 weeks ago. It was out a week ago, actually, or not counting this week, 2 other weeks ago. So yeah, when did it come out again? When was the first episode? I totally forgot the first episode. Connection of Light. That is what it's called. That is the first episode of what it's called. Yeah. So, it started off with that episode. So yeah, without further ado, what were my first reactions of Ultraman Trigger? Just honestly, just right off the bat, for those who are unaware, Ultraman Trigger is a new Ultraman show that debuts for this year, which is essentially its own take of Ultraman Tiga. It's not a sequel, nor is it a prequel to Ultraman Tiga, but rather it's taking the same sort of formula of Ultraman Tiga, but spinning it around in its own sort of take on it. So when it comes down to it, when the first episode came out, I was honestly pretty damn amazed. I'm not gonna lie. Again, with most Ultraman shows, you can't really expect a whole lot. They can change the formula. They could change the story of the first episode. They have ways of changing the episode to catch your attention. And obviously this one, for me at least, it did catch my attention. The main character, Kengo, he's honestly already a likable character. I already like his character. He fits the persona or the characteristics of that of that type of heroic kind of character. That his catchphrase is smile is smile. To smile. He wants everyone to smile. So that's what he's fighting for. So there's that going on, and just overall, when it comes down to the first episode, was just a nice take on it, and it really kind of explained the environment or what the story is taking, and everything else like that. So honestly, I really did enjoyed that whole sequence. And then we get to the monster of the first episode. That is Goldbar or Goldbar. However you want to pronounce his name. There's 2 pronunciations of that monster's name, which is fucking great, because I always really love to be corrected. It's this. It's the whole. It kind of reminds me of the whole thing with the Gubila and Gubira kind of bullshit. Come on. I don't know. You pronounce it that way to potato, tomato, whatever. You pronounce it however you want to pronounce it. Anyway, Goldbar is essentially a entire fusion, or not. I don't want to say a fusion, but like that's kind of what it is. But it's more like a mix. There we go. That's a perfect way of describing it. It is a mix of two other famous monsters from the Ultraman Tiga universe, and that is Godzilla and Melba. Which honestly, it honestly just amazes me how it took them this long to make this concept. I honestly feel that they had this idea in their head for a while now. Because, ever since the whole concept with Five King, for example, we got Godzilla and Melba in there. This is just me kind of speculating or theorizing here, but I'm thinking that they had this idea for a long time, since Ginga S. So when did that show came out? 2014, I think, or I think it was still 2013 at the time. I don't know when it was. You guys can correct me if you want, but essentially what I'm saying is that they probably had this idea. They took the idea, and maybe they were going to implement it in Ultraman Z, but they made Three King. So yeah. But this is actually the very first time in which Supera actually did a very creative take on their monsters. You get two monsters that fought the OG Tiga, and bring those two monsters back for the first episode, but don't bring them out, like Melba as Goza, don't bring them as them, make them a mix, and what you get a very badass, aggressive monster, and that monster is Goldbar. I'm telling you right now, dude, Goldbar is probably the best thing of this episode. His design and just presence of this monster, he obviously is like a powerhouse almost. So another thing too that I want to talk about too is the fight sequences. All right, let me tell you about the fight sequences. Those fight sequences were probably the best I've seen so far from an Ultraman show. Because as of since Ultraman RB, specifically the movie, they were trying to they implemented CGI in certain scenes of the film. It looked all right for the most part. It looked pretty good. It wasn't terrible. It was all right. So it surprised me that there's this one scene. It was just so freaking good. There is no way of describing it. Just the angles, the movement of the camera, the monsters battling out, like Goldbar and Trigger are fighting, and everything else like that. And it was just really, really sick. It really was. Honestly, that whole sequence was just freaking amazing to me. I really did enjoy that. Again, you would have to see the episode for yourself, but for those who are listening to this podcast, essentially what it was is just cameras moving up, cameras going down to show the weight and height of these giants fighting it out, and it's just imagining all that. Just try to imagine all that, and it is freaking amazing. I'm pretty sure you could probably find it on YouTube. Just search up Ultraman Trigger versus Goldbar or something. You'll probably get a video right there of the whole fight sequence, and I guarantee you it is really fucking cool. Another thing that I wanted to discuss about was one of the characters, one of the Giants of Darkness. Yes, we get these characters again. Once again, I have to go back to Ultraman Tiga in case you guys do not know. Ultraman Tiga had these giants of darkness, and their names were Chimera and Daram And the other one, which was, I believe, it started with an H, I believe. Kind of looking through my notes now at this point. Like, I'm trying to remember his name. His name was very easy. I think it was Hundra. Hundra, yeah, it was Hundra. And we managed to get these three main Giants of Darkness. But they're not the Ultimate Tiga Giants of Darkness. They're the Ultimate Trigger Giants of Darkness. Yeah, have fun distinguishing them from each other. But at the same time, it's pretty easy to distinguish them from one another. The Triggers Giants of Darkness are called Carmeria, Dargon, and the other one, which was Hundram. Yeah. It slightly changes from the originals, but like it really is just like the same names, just with like a few letters added in, or letters added out. I don't know, but I mean, I'm gonna bring up some images here. So, okay, so for like once again, these are some of the images here. I forgot to mention I was showing images of the of some of the monsters and stuff. I apologize. But yeah, as you can see here, we get Chimera and Camera, and they both have sort of very identical, but also at the same time very distinguished designs. So they both have sort of the same sort of designs, but very, very obviously different. Now, for those who are listening to this podcast, essentially to distinguish both of these two female dark giants is that the other ones have more brightly or darkishly marks all over her body with like a cloth hanging on her sleeve, while the other one has more of a simplistic design with like how it was for the Ultimate Tiga universe. So I mean, it was pretty obvious, like to distinguish. Like you could distinguish them both. Like it's pretty easy to distinguish them. But anyway, getting back into Chimera, with her whole part in the story was that obviously she woken up from space. Like randomly, the first thing you see in the first episode, a rock just slams into her head, and just that woke her up. That she cracked the whole rock formation from her body, just cracked open, and out she came out, and just right off the bat just wanted to hunt down Trigger, just straight up right off the bat. And of course, being that this is taking aspects from Tiga, Tiga, like in case you guys do not know too much of the knowledge of it, Tiga was once part of the Giants of Darkness. He was once part of it, but then left it to join the Giants of Light. So obviously there is a reason why they want to beat his ass. and that pretty much adds into the same thing with Trigger. Trigger left them. They left their team. He wanted to be with the good guys, and of course they don't like that. They call him a traitor. They're gonna go kick his ass. So there you go. That's pretty much the simplistic, or like what sums up the entirety of it. But yeah, their interactions are really, really interesting, honestly, and the fight sequences as well are freaking cool as well. I honestly kind of feel bad for Golba in this one sequence. I won't say anything about it, but I don't know, just kind of just like, I thought he had his own sort of thing going on, but I guess not. But yeah, I mean, you'll have to see the episode to understand. I don't want to try to spoil too much. I'm just gonna discuss some of the things that I just loved about the episode. But anyway, going to the next episode, which was the episode where it featured Dargon with and Chimera. Yeah, that episode was pretty good also. It basically featured the new team of the series and all that. It pretty much just went around and featured the teammates of the new series, which are basically the equivalent to Guts in Ultimate Tiga, but obviously completely different. But yeah, honestly, with that episode also, it was pretty good. Also, it it established the characters from that team, and it was honestly pretty good for the most part. The one thing I really did enjoy from that episode also was Dargon. Of course, Dargon being the Ram of Ultimate Trigger, of course. To give a little bit of a backstory there, Dargon is essentially the strength. He's the power, the muscle. He's the one that carries. Brute strength. And honestly, I don't know why, but I just love those kind of characters that have that kind of brute strength, and they try to take down the hero. It's like kind of like it's kind of like the whole David and the Goliath concept. Someone bigger, someone more meaner, someone stronger, taking down a character that is a bit more, like not very strong, not very, powerful, but at the same time they could still handle it in their own sort of way. And that's pretty much what Trigger did in this episode. But he was able to carry it for a bit. But obviously he had a. But obviously things happened. I was almost about to spoil it for a bit, but but overall the second episode was really good. I honestly really did enjoy it. It was something that really was just really amazing to me. Like honestly, just 2 episodes in and it was already freaking cool. As of recording this live stream, however, the 3rd episode has yet to come out, so I can't really discuss too much of it. All I know is that the preview featured one of Ultimate Tiga's monsters, Gazort. Gazort is a monster that appeared in Ultimate Tiga and was essentially the monster that ate your friends. It was the eater of friends, essentially. I mean, there's nothing really much else to that. I mean, that's pretty much the whole idea of the monster. But the monster's design and whole presence is really freaking creepy and just really awesome. Like here's some images right now, as you can see. Obviously, Gazor is just a really awesome monster. So yeah, I'm really glad that they're featuring him in this episode. And of course, as I mentioned, there's gonna be Hundra, or Ultimate Trigger's equivalent to Hundra, which is Hadram. This one's the design. To speak a little bit on the design, this one's obviously he's all about speed. He's all about this and that. And I think here we go. So the subtitle of this of Hundram is the Agile Tactician. Wow, I said that wrong. But anyway, that's just pretty much his whole sort of character right there. Is that he's fast, he's strategic. Okay, can I talk? Thank you. But when it comes down to it, Hundram is a very interesting character, and I really like his design. Like, it takes the original design but makes it completely different. I mean, but then again, that could be said with all the other Giants of Darkness. They're all of their designs and their names are slightly changed, but they still kind of take inspiration from the originals. So there's a lot of that. So but yeah, Hundram's design is really cool. Like, I don't know why, but just the weird morbid looking shoulder he has on I think on the right side of his shoulder. It is freaking insane. But other than that though, I can't wait to see his debut. Cause like I said, as of making this as of making this live stream, he hasn't debuted yet. So yeah. Anyway, okay, so going off on Trigger, we are done with Trigger now. Now we're gonna talk a little bit of some weeb shit right now. Yes, weeb shit, aka anime stuff. Yay. Okay, so spring anime season. Not really much else to that. And for those now, before I go any further, actually, before I discuss some things, I did used to do Weebzilla reviews. Those were a series of videos where I pretty much discussed animes that I watched in my childhood and what made me got into anime in the first place. I still do plan on doing some in the future, but I don't really have too much time to do too much of those. But then that could be said with almost any other video I do. I just don't really have too much time nowadays. But when it comes down to it, I guess this is my chance. I guess you could. This is a Weebzilla review, I guess you could say. But this is a Weebzilla review of season anime. This is gonna be more of a short kind of discussion, because I only watched like literally four animes that were like in spring season. So yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna be starting off the list. We're gonna start from the first two, which are not really too special, to the bottom two, which are will probably get a lot of eyes going, because those last two in particular are kaiju related. So yeah. So anyway, first anime on the list here, it is Nagatoro. Don't Bother Me, Nagatoro. This was a very interesting anime. Let's just put it at that. Okay, so essentially this anime was based off of a manga, of course. This is here's some images here and there. You probably have seen this character in particular in some meme pages or just any other meme anime page or whatever. Yeah, she got an anime. So I watched the first episode, and I honestly thought it was pretty good. But obviously my friends, I can't say the same for my other friends that watched it, because they didn't really enjoy it. Unfortunately. But it's fine. Other than when it comes down to it, to give a long story short, this anime is essentially about a senior and a junior. The junior being Nagatoro, and he kind of picks on the senior and sort of this and that. They go and get into some shenanigans here and there. And there's this one sequence in the first episode, which actually made the guy cry. I was like, bro, what? And I was just kind of like, man, what is going on? And it's like, dude, like, holy shit. Like, I feel like when it comes down to it, this anime can be relatable to many other people out there. And like in a sense where like they gotten bullied or something. I don't know, but it's like I've actually discussed with some people. I won't say their names or anything like that, but they have said that they can relate to that whole sequence. So it's it's not really much of a good way to start it off, I guess. But over time, the characters start to get more enjoyable here and there, and a lot of shenanigans happen. And overall, it's an alright anime. It's not something I'd go out of my way to watch again, but it's alright for the most part. If I had to give it from 1 to 5, I would probably give it a 4, honestly. But that's just me. Of course, for all those people that are diehard Nagatoro fans out there, they would probably put it like fucking 5 out of 1,000 or 1,000 out of 5, whatever. I don't know. But okay, next anime on the list here, we got Hegehiro. After being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. This was a very random anime I watched, because I was not planning on watching this one. I was actually just like seeing clips on YouTube that happened to show up, and I got interested, and I wanted to watch the full episode. So apparently this was based off a light novel. So it's not like a manga or anything like that. It's a novel. It's a romantic comedy with some drama here and there. It's an anime. Honestly, there's nothing really much else I can really what I can really say, without spoiling it too much. But essentially, what it is about a guy who finds his girl underneath a street lamp. He takes her in and takes care of her for a while. And then a lot of like very serious and dramatic kind of stuff happens. Very, very serious subjects that are in this anime. Honestly, for an anime that calls itself like a romantic comedy, but like has a bit of drama in it, there's actually a bit of serious situations and serious discussions in this anime, which is pretty interesting and just something. Because what's even interesting too is that these are not the kind of animes I would usually watch a whole lot of time. I'm more of a slice of life action kind of anime watcher. Like just simply if I see an anime, I find it interesting, I'll probably check it out. It's something like that, So like Hegehiro was that anime that just wasn't really something I was going to watch, but then I ended up watching it entirely. And honestly, it was a very satisfying anime. It was really good. There was a lot of things you could learn from it. Yeah, there was nothing really much else to say. Honestly, I do recommend it. It's a really good anime. So if I had to give it a 1 from a 5, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 5. It was a really good anime. I'm telling you right now, it was really good. Okay, now we're gonna get into some of the other anime stuff. We got some kaiju related stuff. Next up, SSS Dyna-Zenon. This one was honestly pretty interesting. I really honestly enjoyed this one a lot. Obviously, in case you guys are unaware, this is a sequel to the SSS Gridman. Of course, if you guys also are unaware, this is a continuation of an entire SSS Gridman universe. Yes, they're making a universe of SSS Gridman. So, like, wrap your head around that. So, honestly, when it comes down to this anime, this one had a lot of things going for it that was really, really just fun and just amazing. They're from the same people that made SSS Gridman, and honestly, the animation from that one was really good. And of course, this one was no exception. This one was also really good as well. I will say though, compared to Zenon and Gridman, they're both kind of iffy for me. Gridman had a lot of good stuff with it, had a good soundtrack, had a good fight sequences, had a lot of throwbacks, a lot of references. And, Dyna-Zenon did the same thing, but, in a way, it just kind of didn't really go along with me. Like, I don't know, like, I had a mix with Dyna-Zenon of liking it, but also not really liking it too much. And there was a lot of references here and there, too, which, honestly, like, this is one character called Guama, and I did not know it was a character from Gridman. He was essentially the mummy from the OG Gridman show. Which honestly, I just freaking was like, holy shit, I did not know that. I thought he was just like a random like character that happened to look like a mummy. But nah, he was an homage to the original mummy that appears in the Gridman episode. In the original Gridman. But yeah, like just everything, like little things like that was just really, really interesting. There's also the kaiju, the human kaiju characters. They return back as adults, which honestly is also really cool. I honestly really love how like they bring in the old characters from the other SSS Gridman show to continue on the universe, because once again they're establishing a universe here. So it really is really awesome. Once again, just like the characters as well are also really good as well. It's just, I think the only gripe I have is just like some sequences of the characters kind of like drag a bit too much. And some certain episodes, that's the only slightly thing that just doesn't really fit well with me. Like it didn't really fit well. But besides that, what makes up for it is the abundance, and I mean abundance, of monster fights. There are so many monsters. There are so many fights. Giant robots fighting monsters that look like robotic cyborgs, which they kind of are. It really, it is such a mayhem. I'm telling you, it is really, really awesome. And also, like, here's some images here. Here are some images I was able to find that were actually some of my favorites. That actually kind of just reminded me so much of like the Showa Ultraman shows. You know, like this one in particular reminds me of King Crab. Like, come on, dude. Like, this is so freaking awesome. Like, or no, did I say King Crab? Fuck! I meant Jumbo King. Oh my god. I said, I meant Jumbo King. Oh my god. No, man, I'm gonna get a lot of shows going on my ass. Fuck you. Anyway, I meant Jumbo King. He reminded me so much of Jumbo King. There's this other monster as well that in particular that was also my favorite. I think its name was Gagula. That's his name. I really love this monster. The monster's design and its other form of Gagula. Like this, like they were just so freaking awesome. I really loved it. Another thing that was really freaking random was one of the monsters pulled a Godzilla reference. Yeah, a Godzilla reference in a Super Raya Productions. Yeah, it really just came out of nowhere, honestly. I was just freaking, like, literally, I was just watching the fight sequence, and all of a sudden, this nigga does the freaking drop kick, and he kicks one of the, like, cause get this, his whole sequence, all right? Okay, he pushes him back, and then he freaking stops he stops midway, and he jumps up on his tail, and he freaking, like, blasts freaking forward to him, and he freaking kicks him. Like, I was like, bro, what? How? What? Oh my god. I was honestly just in awe. Like, that was so freaking awesome. And I was honestly really surprised that Super Raya, or particularly Trigger, that's the anime, that's the anime company's name, Trigger. I was surprised they added that in, which was really cool. And as far as I know, I think that was the only Godzilla reference. There was probably more, but I just, my old ass couldn't see it. But anyway, seeing that whole thing right there was just freaking awesome. I mean, just overall, when it comes to SSS Dyna Xenon, this one wasn't as enjoyable. I mean, it was enjoyable. There was a lot of sequences that were enjoyable. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that SSS Gridman, compared to them, SSS Gridman was a bit better for me. Like, there was a lot of things going for it. SSS Dyna Xenon was enjoyable, but it dragged a bit on certain episodes. But other than that, though, I highly recommend this anime. Like, I know I've said, like, when it comes to the dragging parts of the episode, that's like a little nitpick I have. That's a nitpick. Like, there is literally nothing wrong with this anime. Like, it is freaking great. So honestly, like, if you ever had the time, ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend you watch this. I mean, at least try to watch, like, the SSS Gridman first, I guess, so you can understand the whole thing, what's going on. Because it references a lot it brings up a lot of things from SSS Gridman. So you might have to watch SSS Gridman to understand and all this sort of shit. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot right there. But anyway, going on to the next anime, the final anime. And this is something that, many of my Godzilla viewers out there might find interesting. And that is Godzilla Singular Point. Godzilla SP. Yes. This one was pretty great. I will say, though, that it was great, but at the same time, it's not something I would probably watch again and again. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's the fucking greatest fucking shit I've seen, because, I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of Godzilla films that can be considered the greatest or something like that, in your own opinion, Like, many people have their own way of interpreting what's the greatest Godzilla film. It could be a shitty, opinion, or it could be an opinion that we can both agree on. That's pretty much what it is. And with Godzilla SP, it was great, but at the same time, there was some parts that were kind of like, dragging on a bit. Um, Essentially, what this whole concept, or what they're taking with this Godzilla, is that it has something to do with like hearing a song. Like they hear this song, the Alapu Lulapu. I forgot what that song is called. Wow. It's a song essentially. It's that song that you hear constantly, and I'm pretty sure there's some Godzilla fans that really like that song. And honestly, I don't blame you. It is a pretty catchy song. But yeah, they hear this song, and that song in particular is what's bringing up all these monsters. We first see Rodan, and then we start seeing Salunga. We start seeing all these different monsters come out. Manda, the freaking Aquatilus, Godzilla, all these monsters start showing up, and it's all because of this song. Now, of course, when it comes down to it, like I won't say too much into the plot because I'm pretty sure many of you guys have seen it, and if you guys have not seen it, I highly recommend you watch it because it's an interesting ride. I'll say that it's an interesting ride. Probably one of my favorite characters is honestly hands down Goro Ataki. That character is freaking great. Like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure many people would say the same thing, and it's already reached that point where it's like, yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like, it's that. Because just the character himself is just freaking crazy, and he's really just a freaking awesome character. And honestly, I've seen these designs. Let's talk about the designs, actually, at this point. These designs of the original monsters are freaking awesome. Like, Salunga is obviously supposed to be like sort of a reference to Gabara, but with a whole nother different take on it. Like he legit looks like he just looks so weird, bro. He looks like a legit mutated baboon with fucking bumps all over his back, bro. Like fucking zits all over his back. Everywhere, bro. Like he is so messed up. He's fucked. But yeah, like Salunga's design is just freaking awesome at the same time. Like he is so morbid, but it's so freaking awesome. We also get Jet Jaguar, which over time in the and throughout the episodes, you see him change over time, and you see those memes where it's like, if you don't like me from this, you don't accept me for this, or however that meme went. But you see Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar has changed a lot, bro, and it's just so freaking awesome seeing him fight these they're kind of like a species of Megalon, but at the same time they're not Megalon. They're not mentioned as Megalon, but rather they're mentioned as Kimunga or Qmunga or whatever. I think they were Lelunga. I think there was this one called Lelunga, I believe. But like those that's what they're called. And he fights him off with the Anguirus spike, and it was so freaking awesome seeing him fight all those creatures and shit. It was freaking awesome. Now, of course, we get into Godzilla Ultima. Now, Godzilla Ultima is, of course, the main face of the whole SP. Yeah, he was really awesome. Honestly, he was just freaking. The design of that Godzilla is freaking amazing. Honestly, I wouldn't say he's my favorite of all time, but I will say though his design is really interesting. Honestly, was really surprised that there was actually someone that pointed out that his design is a reference of like a samurai helmet and a samurai like sort of armor, like ancient samurai armor. And I was like, holy shit, you think that too? And it's like, god damn. Like I was actually gonna mention that, but then someone beat me to it, so I was like, damn. But yeah, I do agree that his whole design is obviously like a reference. Like they obviously took references to ancient samurai armor to implement to this design, which honestly is really cool. But yeah, when it comes down to it, Godzilla SP was really just an interesting, fun anime. There was some soundtracks in the Godzilla SP that I honestly really love as well. And honestly, the SP Godzilla theme is honestly freaking awesome. Like, I don't know why, like, ever since Godzilla King of the Monsters, like the Godzilla main theme, the chants you hear, like the Godzilla theme, like you hear the chants of the Japanese chants and all that. Like, it just freaking fits. And they implemented that for the SP Godzilla, which is honestly really cool. Like, just hearing that soundtrack or just hearing that theme song is just freaking awesome. Honestly, might plan on implementing that to like some projects I have going on, but that will be a discussion for another day. But yeah, other than that though, Godzilla SP was really cool. Another thing I want to discuss about a little bit on SP is that obviously there was some influences added into it. Like, obviously it had a bit of 2014, or not 2014, but like particularly King of the Monsters, like Godzilla King of the Monsters, and Shin Godzilla, of course. Many people have, joked around saying like, oh, like this one is better than Shin Godzilla, or because of the forms and all that. And honestly, like it kind of does. I kind of do agree on it though. However, because here's the thing with like Shin Godzilla is that the whole concept of him having forms was something that was added on mid filming. So like it wasn't even planned out. It was actually something that according to some, they say that Bandai was the one that told them like, hey, add this to the concept of Shin Godzilla, and they added it in. So it was added in last minute, I guess you could say. But with Godzilla SP, I feel like they planned it out, because that's the whole concept of it actually makes sense for Godzilla Singular Point. So at the same time, I'm honestly kind of going for the whole like, yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards like, yeah, I do think that Godzilla SP did a better job. But like honestly, like I don't know, because Shin Godzilla is a film that I really enjoyed, and I still really like consider it as one of my favorite films. I mean, he's not at the top, but he's on that list. But but I will say that Godzilla SP did a better job of establishing the forms and all that, which Shin Godzilla's whole concept of the forms and all that were kind of just added in. So it was just kind of random. But yeah, other than that though, Godzilla SP was just an anime that was really good. I will say it is pretty better. It's better than the anime trilogy of the Godzilla anime trilogy. Like it is really hands down better than them. But of course, many people can disagree and stuff like that. It's all right. But yeah, other than that though, Godzilla SP was just was a really good anime for the most part. If I had to give it a 5 out of 5, from 1 to 5, I would probably give it a 4 out of 5, honestly. Yeah. All right, so now that we got the whole Weebzilla shit out of the way, let's discuss some another topic I had in mind here. Here's another topic that was something that was actually recent as of making this live stream. Or as of this live stream, I meant to say, sorry. And that is the whole Playmates and Gorosaurus. Yes. So yeah, we were gonna get a Gorosaurus. And of course, here's some images here. As you can see, we have Gorosaurus right here. Yeah, this is honestly probably a really great interpretation of Gorosaurus. Like, I will say this is not very accurate to the suit or anything like that. But it takes liberties from that design. It takes the design and makes it its own. And of course, when I see this toy, I see Gorosaurus. So yeah, I honestly do say that this is honestly a really great looking Gorosaurus. Now, there's a lot of things going on right now, or at least yesterday, from what I've noticed, and that is, and by yesterday I mean by July 21st, particularly. yeah, it was there was a lot of things going on that day. Of course, there was the whole thing with the Gorosaurus. Many people were honestly pretty like surprised and just kind of shocked that they canceled it. A lot of people were just like, dude, why would they cancel it? What happened? This and that. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? I don't freaking know. And honestly, when I look at this toy, I kind of get some vibes from Ururu from Dinosaur War Eisenborg. In case you guys do not know what that is, it's a tokusatsu show. I'll probably talk more about that show in a few other episodes of this podcast. But yeah, like other than that, besides that, the prototype again just looks really good. Again, not too accurate to the Gorosaurus, but it's something where in which you look at this and you say, yeah, I see Gorosaurus. It's not a bad interpretation of Gorosaurus. It's a pretty decent interpretation for the most part. Many people say, like, oh, okay, like, like, why would they do this? It's that kind of sucks, isn't that? And they kind of just accept, like, yeah, like, it got canceled, oh, well. And, they're like, oh, we're getting the Bandai figure anyway, so, it's all fine and dandy. And be sure to keep Bandai in mind, because we're going to probably go back to that word later on, or to that company, my bad. We're going to go back into that company later on, because they kind of played a role in this whole sort of predicament. But there's actually some people that said that that it may not be canceled. Unfortunately, they haven't really provided anything to, back up their claim. But it's something that should be minded of, I guess. So I mean, there many people are saying that it may be just a leak, like maybe it's still gonna be a thing, because they were able to get Jet Jaguar, of course. So it makes sense that they would have this. So when it comes down to it, we really don't really know if this is gonna be canceled or not. I mean, honestly, I do feel that it is canceled, but half of me kind of hopes that it's not. But at the same time, from what I was able to look up, and it all stemmed from a place that I don't really enter in a whole lot. I only ever enter it in to find some research of like information that is necessary for a video. But this particular place where I found this information was in Reddit. Yes. Specifically on the r/Godzilla board. This was posted by someone called the Monster Master. He posted of this, and he replied to one of the people that commented on the post. And from what he was able to, and from what we know, from what I know, is that apparently the prototype was canceled as to not interfere with Bandai's Godzilla store exclusive Gorosaurus sales. So, yeah, remember that whole thing with Bandai? Yeah, they're kind of the reason why, Gorosaurus, the Playmates Gorosaurus is canceled. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I could kind of understand why they would do that, like to not hinder the sales. But at the same time, we got Jet Jaguar, and they made a Jet Jaguar, and they made a Bandai Jet Jaguar figure. So it kind of, like, I don't know, like maybe, like this is just a theory of mine. Maybe they're saying that, maybe there's a lot of people saying that it's canceled, but maybe it's not. Maybe they're waiting for Gorosaurus to be released from the Godzilla store to be like fully established, that it's on sale. They're gonna wait for that, and then Playmates will come out and say like, hey, we're selling the Gorosaurus too. So that's kind of what I'm speculating, or at least that's what I'm thinking that might happen. But at the same time, if it's true that they canceled it, then we're most likely never gonna see it again. Yeah, we're never going to see this sculpt again. This sculpt was, honest to God, probably the best interpretation we've gotten of Gorosaurus so far. Like many people can disagree. They could say whatever they want, but in my opinion, this is probably a decent design and a decent figure for Gorosaurus and for a younger audience. It really does kind of sucks that canceled, but at the same time, it's like, what can you do? You know, it's already been established. It's already been canceled, and there's nothing really much else we can do. I mean, what we can do at least is just to wait, I guess, or just accept reality and just be like, yeah, it's canceled. Time to move on and complain about something else, because that's what Godzilla fans do. uh, okay, maybe not all Godzilla fans, but I see some of you other Godzilla fans out there complaining about fucking toys on Instagram. What the fuck? Yeah, that's honestly kind of cringe. Not gonna lie, but other than that, once again, it's unfortunate that we lost a potential Gorosaurus figure from Playmates, from an American toy company. But yeah, so now Gorosaurus now lays with the other canceled figures such as the Mecha King Ghidorah and the 1955 Anguirus figure from Bandai Creations that we also unfortunately were not able to get. So yeah, I mean it really does suck. It does suck. But once again, all we could do is just wait or just accept it. All right, now for the next subject here, we're gonna get into my thoughts. So on today's live my thoughts, I'm gonna be discussing and give you guys a short sort of review of the film that I recently watched, Space Jam: A New Legacy. Yeah, for those of you guys who are unaware, I'm a huge fan of Looney Tunes. Like I wouldn't call myself a massive fan. Like I don't imagine myself getting too much plush Looney Tunes toys or stuff like that. I don't imagine myself doing that. But I do used to watch some of the shows when I was very young. There was Looney Tunes, old Disney. There was Felix the Cat, Popeye the Sailor Man. All those classics. Those were the ones that were from my childhood, and of course, Looney Tunes was one of those shows that I watched a lot of, like probably more than the other cartoons that I mentioned. But of course, we get a new Space Jam, and of course, it's I guess not really I wouldn't say a sequel, but it's like more like a new take of the original Space Jam. So I mean, this one there's a lot of things going on with this film, and a lot of people say that it's a cash grab, which in some ways it kind of is, or it is. It's not kind of, it is. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that could be watched on this film, and there's a lot of things that even like some old classic cartoon watchers would really love to see from this film. Of course, probably the best thing from this film is the characters of the Looney Tunes. They're all voiced. The voices of these characters are really good. And of course, we get LeBron James again. LeBron James. Yeah, I can't believe I brought that up. Fucking hell, shoot me for God's sakes. Oh my God, I can't believe I brought that old meme up. Anyway, so we get we get LeBron James, and like again, like his character in this or his role in this film is pretty good as well. The message in this film as well is also pretty nice. Like be you like you be you, I be me. This and that. It's that kind of message right there. There's a lot. This is one sequence where you see a bunch of Warner Brothers properties and some other random characters that you randomly see. One such example is Rick and Morty, which was very, very random, and I just kind of was like questioning, like, what the fuck? Why are they in the film? Like, I'm just over here like kind of like thinking like, bro, are they owned by Warner Brothers or something, or what's going on? And it's just like, it turns out they just randomly were there, and I was just like, bro, okay, yeah, sure. And of course, there were some. There's many other crossovers, like there's Gremlins. The most obvious ones are Iron Giant, the 1933 King Kong, which in the film you could briefly hear the Kong roar from GVK. If you actually listen very closely, like it has that growl sound. Like it's not the 33 growl. which is pretty random. But of course, there's also the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. There's the Jetsons, the Flintstones. There's I think there's this one guy, I forgot his name. I can't believe I forgot his name. All these other Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and it was just really just so overwhelming. There was so much cartoons and so much like characters that you see and that you were like, yo, they're right there, dude. Holy shit. And of course, like there's Pennywise, there's the Mask. There's those kind of characters all around there in the background. Overall, when it comes down to it, the characters, the film itself is an enjoyable. It's a good film. It's not a bad film, but it's not. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's an amazing film either. It's a film that was for like the fans of Space Jam and or Looney Tunes. It's a really good film, and of course I recommend watching it. It's a pretty good watch for the most part. So yeah. All right, moving on. We're going into some internet oddities now. This is something like a viewer discretion advised kind of shit right here, because we are going into some really creepy stuff right now. So I'm gonna show you guys briefly here of some videos. Let me just do something here real quick. All right, so here we are. So okay, so this is something that is honestly very creepy and something that is very just wrong in so many levels. So essentially, there's a genre on YouTube where where a person, and it's not just one person either. There's a whole slew of fucking weird people out there that essentially all they do is record you sleep. This is something I've noticed from this other channel I watched here, as you can see. Let me just there you go. This channel right here. He did a video on something like this, and where in which he exposed one channel called Mr. Sleepyhead or something like that. And where in which this guy legit just freaking went up to women, random women, and like he opened their eyes just to lick their eyes. And just the whole thing right there, that whole just nah, dude. Like, just imagine that, guys. Just imagine that. Like, you're sleeping and some weird fucking thing, just you end up finding out that a random person just goes into your room, opens your eyelid, and just licks your eye. And just like, especially in today's age right now, like that's something you shouldn't even do at all. Like, that is just disgusting. That, like, there are so many disgusting things on the internet, and this is one of them. Like, this is just so far. Like, this is too fucking far. And this is a fetish. This is an actual fetish that people actually find interesting. And just like, I'm not going to show you the videos here because they're just like, I don't even want to watch them. Like, they're just really freaking creepy. This is a playlist, by the way. This is a playlist that I found from someone called Sleeping Girls. And they have 42 videos that they have saved here. This person has a bunch of videos saved of different channels of all these like women and kids and teens. Well, mainly just teens. It's not kids, but it's teens. And they have them all like, asleep, and they're just doing random shit. Like this one right here. Girl singing Justin Bieber in her sleep. Like I don't know why. That just simply is just too fucking far. And as you can see right here, look, we have a freaking. I freaking spoke too soon. There is a kid. That is a kid right there. You can't make this stuff up right here, people. Like, nah, dude. Like, why would you do that? This is so creepy in so many ways. I don't know. Like, there are so many things that people get off on. There are so many things that people like have a fetish of, and some can be a little bit weird. Some can be a little bit like, it's like whatever. Like, you do you. But then you have this kind of stuff. Like, this is really like, this is just really creepy in so many ways. Like, this person legit has a video saved of a kid sleeping. I don't know what he's doing to that kid, but I'm not gonna find out. Because that is just nah, dude. Like, nah. Oh my god. Sorry, I had to drink some water right there. But, I mean, you get what I mean. Like, this is not right. What kind of mentality do you have where you find this, like, arousing? What is so arousing about this? Because I'm telling you right now, I don't see anything sexy or anything arousing with this shit. This is fucked. I'm telling you right now. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just trying to spread this word right now, man. Sleeping girls. This is from a channel called, or SK, I think his name is. Like, this person right here needs to fucking just nod, dude. Like, fucking hell. The unfortunate thing is that there's a multitude of people like this. So we're only exposing like one person, but there is so many other people out there that are doing this right now, and it's just like nah, dude. What the fuck? Honestly, bro, like these kind of these kind of shit I see, it's really just disturbing. It really just makes me sick to my stomach, and it's just something that just is not acceptable at all. Like, I'm kind of swearing a little bit more, but at the same time, can you blame me? It's like, this is not even freaking funny. This is legit creepy. This is a whole nother level of creepiness right here, guys. Oh my fucking god. All right, I think I'm done looking at this playlist. I'm fucking done. Let me just hold on. All right, there we go. Okay, I got it. Oh my fucking god. I don't know why I got really heated right there, man, because that is just so unacceptable. It really is so like not. It is so fucked up. Honestly, it really is. But that's the internet for you guys. It is really just not right. Um, these types of channels are something that exist, unfortunately, and we can't really do anything about it. I mean, we could spam the hell out of YouTube, but knowing how YouTube is and their algorithm and how it is nowadays, it's just so fucking shit. They're fucking, they have no idea how to fucking handle this type of shit, honestly. Like, this is just fucked. Okay, yeah, this is, I don't even know, man. Let's just move on to the next one. All right, let's try to brighten up the mood a bit. All right, next topic. Godzilla cringe. Yeah, I got some cringe for you guys. It's gonna be kind of a reaction mostly, but yeah. Apparently, D-Man is back. Yeah. Where did he go exactly? I don't know. It was kind of a big deal at that time, but I literally just like kind of like I just found out about this now, and I'm just like, oh, he's back. Where the fuck did the nigga go? Did he fucking go try to fix his freaking Adam's apple or some shit? Did he try to fucking fix his distorted chin? Did he try to fucking stop looking like a freaking hillbilly fucking drug-filled fucking Shaggy? Where the fuck did he go? Like, I don't even know. But apparently, people kept spamming me on my DMs. Like, hey, are you gonna talk about this? Are you gonna talk about that? I'm just like, I don't even know, dude. Like, I've already made 3 videos on the guy already. And I've already pretty much established at this point that I'm not a fan of his content. As a person, he's kind of like a mix, because like he's obviously very arrogant. He very much just doesn't care what anyone says about him, even when people are actually trying to give him some actual criticism. He doesn't fucking care. So I mean, there's that, and when it comes down to it, it's just really just so, his channel is just, his channel exists. That's all I could say. um But you know, people started sending me a video of D-Man's back. You know, this is a video, so we're gonna watch it here right now. So let me just set it up real quick. All right, here it is. Oh shit. Okay. 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 All right. We're off to a pretty good start now. Yo, man. Okay, I hate to be that guy. I really don't want to try to be that guy, but fucking hell, these guys look like a fucking like your average fucking Pokemon players that you see in high school. Like they're the kind of people you see in the backgrounds looking over or playing the game. Like I don't know. I'm sorry. Um, I mean it's kind of true though. But anyway, so yeah, here's the video. It's called "The Return of D-Man 1954." So you know, we're gonna kind of react to it. So you know, I don't know. There might be some cringe on it. I mean, people say there's some cringe stuff going on in this video. So I'm just kind of like, okay, like I mean, we'll see. So I mean, this is a live reaction right now, so you guys can react to it if you wish. So yeah, let's see this this so-called cringe. Let's see if there's any cringe in this video. So yeah. Alright, so they're playing.
What the hell?
Bro, this nigga's wearing a Pickle Rick fucking. Oh my god. I don't know. Okay, so don't fucking come at me and shit, cause I don't fucking care. But you know, I'm not saying that all Rick and Morty fans are fucking crazy and fucking just nah, dude. Like I know they're not too fucking out there, but holy shit, have you seen the fandom? Like the other side of that fandom, where it's like they're really fucked. So I mean, I don't know. Just seeing that, just kind of just like, oh my goodness. I don't know. I just wanted to point that out.
Just realize something.
Let me try to put the volume up actually, because I can't hear.
It's been 2 months.
It's been 2 months. It's been 2 months since he entered my glory hole.
D-Man's out there. He's not posting any videos, and we don't know why.
Like, okay, like this is something that's kind of like annoying also. Like I kind of relate to, I mean, it's obvious that D-Man wrote all this script. You know, he wrote this for them to say, you know, to act out. You know, this is the kind of fan that, you know, it's something that I'm fortunate enough that I don't really experience too much. I mean, there's one occasion where someone literally thought I died because I haven't been active. But you know, he's one of those fans, you know, and it's like, hey, when are you gonna make a new video? When are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that? And like, it's so freaking annoying. So I could kind of relate to that. So it's just like,
maybe he's just busy, dude. I read somewhere on Twitter that he quit because Team Kong lost.
he quit. Honestly, I kind of feel like, I don't know, maybe, but just hearing that just kind of just like made me laugh. Like it made me thought like maybe D-Man is maybe that's something D-Man would kind of do. Like I really do feel that he would do that. But you know, it's just this is fucked. And again, once again, for those who are listening to this podcast again, you know, this is whole sequence where these two people are talking about D-Man, wondering why he's gone, and this and that, and it's like they just want to fuck D-Man. Let's just be honest. I mean, I know this guy right here, this guy with the red shirt right there. He probably wants to. Like, you see this guy right here with the red shirt? I'm pretty sure he wants to fuck D-Man. I'm pretty sure. Look at his eyes. He really wants to fuck him.
I really don't think he cares much. I'm telling you, there's got to be something.
I know for a fact D-Man don't give a shit about his fans. That's for sure.
That we're just not seeing here. Why else would he be gone for almost 3 months?
Because he fucking despises Godzilla. Maybe he fucking really hates Godzilla. Like maybe perhaps he's fucking tired of Godzilla. Maybe he's done with Godzilla.
That app is filling your head with garbage. Shouldn't you be in school? Just
like, nigga, shouldn't you be at school? Why are you over here obsessing over this fucking retard on Twitter? Like, nigga looks like a fucking drug-filled Shaggy, dude. What the fuck you worrying about this nigga fool, man? Look at that fucking Adam's apple, nigga. It's fucking bigger than your goddamn nose, nigga. Fuck you mean?
Trying to help. Maybe he doesn't need your help. Maybe he's got this. I don't know why
this like so far I haven't seen anything too cringy, but this conversation is pretty like weird. Like, I don't know, like it seems so much something that they wouldn't say. Like it's so obvious that it was scripted. I mean it's obvious it was scripted, you know? I mean there's no shit, it's scripted. But it's like I don't know what I'm trying to say is, man, like so far this is just freaking like really weird.
There's gotta be a pattern here.
What the fuck?
Doesn't. The reason he's being restricted. There isn't. How do you know? Because I know him. Didn't his semester just end? He's probably just tired.
I could relate to that.
You know it.
If some random fuckers over here bugging me about that, I kind of relate to that.
The world needs him.
Oh my god. Did they really? Yeah, the world needs him to fulfill his duty of making 20-hour-long videos discussing on why Godzilla or Kong should have sex, or why Godzilla and Kong have a dick. Yes, I saw that video, just in case it gets like, bro, why are they gonna need D-Man for it? I'm pretty sure there's other reliable news outlets out there that talk about Godzilla and shit. Like, yeah, bruh, like, alright, anyway, somewhere other than Skull Island. Okay, very, very funny. What is this, a basement? Yo, what? What happened to him? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really trying here, bro. But the motherfucker's head looks like a pear. Yo, dude, man. Damn, look at that shine on his head. Damn. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. Fucking hell. I'm over here. All right. Let's just continue. All right, this nigga's typing something here. D-Man's last final PDF. Who calls himself? Why do you call yourself D-Man? He doesn't want to reveal his real name, I guess. I'm pretty sure he has revealed his real name. I'm pretty sure. If you guys know his real name, put it in the chat here, because I'm pretty sure he has, or I'm just not even aware. Because honestly, I kind of care less. But yeah. Bro, look at this guy, man. He's like, fucking hell, I'm done. What the fuck? Someone's sharding in my fucking ceiling. What? Dude. Okay. He's just kind of looking, alright. Oh my god, that's such a...
Oh. Hey.
Oh. Hey, oh, don't mind me. I'm just over here trying to leak out a blue fucking urine right here, bro. Don't worry about me, bro. Yeah. Just stay right there while you're at it. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking like put out some blue urine right now, dude. What is this? This guy, bro. This guy with the Morty shirt, bro. I don't know why. This guy's pretty funny. I don't know why. He's pretty funny. Like, look at this guy, bro. He's over here looking down at D-Man through a glory hole right now. This is fucking great. Also, I really love the attention to the freaking absolute shitty Photoshop here. As you can see, the whole photo edit right here. This is some Jaws man levels of edits right here, dude.
You just blow a hole in my
JK
floor?
Jaws, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. Check this out. I'm gonna drop this bowling pin on him to get his attention.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's standing right there. Where did you even get that from?
Yo, what the?
Oops.
No way. Yo, lads, D-Man is dead. Oh my goodness. Yo, Pickle Rick over here. This guy right here is a legend. He kills D-Man. Dude, he's my hero.
You didn't tell me not to do that.
Oh, so this is my fault.
That was pretty funny. That was like he just drops the fucking pin right there. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's touching the floor. The fuck is he touching?
What? What is it?
I can feel his heartbeat. He's dying.
He's dying. I knew it. He's dead. Or okay, he's not dead, but he's dying. But he's like, man, this nigga's over here trying to play around though. He knew he wanted to kill D-Man, dude. He's a legend. Thank you very much.
There's no way we could restart his heart. We'd have to create a charge big enough to light up Las Vegas for a week.
What the fuck?
Light up Las Vegas for a week? No, that would kill him. He'd explode.
Yo, I'd say we should do that instead though. Like maybe it'll work. You don't know that.
He's not posting any videos. We don't know why. There's got to be something restricting him that we're just not seeing. What else would he be
Oh
doing
my
for
god,
almost 3 months?
they're like bringing up a lot of references to GDK, man. Come on. The little fucking hollow earth area over here. Hold it.
What? We need Damien.
He's got a fork and shit. Oh shit. Oh! He's alive! He's like, what the fuck, man? I was actually in peace. I didn't have to do any more Godzilla videos. Yo, what's up? Fuck y'all, motherfuckers.
Now that you're back, it was Kyle's idea to drop a pin on your head. Shut up.
Oh, that was such a
Don't you have a
wussy
channel to get
fucking
back
smack
to?
right there. I would have
Press time is
socked
over.
him or something.
Isn't there a certain giant ape versus giant monster film that you're supposed to have reviewed by now?
What is he doing? What are those grunts? Are you? Oh, dude, nigga, you ain't no King Kong, bro. I feel like I feel like I have a theory. He fucking hit that pole. He actually fucked up his arm, and he's trying real hard to hold it up. Like, even though he has literally he can't feel his arm because he dislocated it again. Even though he never dislocated in the beginning. Like, I don't know, it's fun to speculate. It's fun to speculate, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Godzilla, it's an Ericzilla theory here, ladies and gentlemen. You can make your own theories up.
Hey, please be careful.
Yeah, please be careful. There's a bunch of cringy Godzilla fans out there waiting for you. Yeah, those two guys are chill. They're good. They're good. They're not cringy. Oh, ape versus monster. I'll probably discuss a little bit on this one in the next podcast, but
I'm
the-
You know, in retrospect, it probably would have been a good idea to clarify which giant ape versus giant monster movie we were talking about.
Yeah, he did take a pretty good hit to the head. Hopefully he'll figure it out.
oh my goodness. All right, that was the video, guys. All right, hold on. Let me exit out right here real quick. All right, here we are. We're back here again. Okay, the video wasn't too cringy, but I can see there were some sequences here that were pretty cringe. You know, recreating the whole sequence of Kong and coming alive and shit, like dislocating his arm. God fucking damn it, bro. That video was something, honestly. It was something. There are so many like out of context capabilities we could have here. There are so many good clips here in that video we could use for out of context. Put it down in the live chat if you guys want to see some out of context D-Man from using those clips right there. Because I've already seen some where I could use for some out of context. But anyway, guys, that video was something. I guess it was something for D-Man to come back, I guess. I mean, okay. I wasn't really cringing too much, but I was more or less just like, obviously I was just fucking laughing my ass off because of some of the people in there. But other than that, though, the video was it was something, you know. It wasn't 20 minutes long, so that's good. But anyway, besides that, D-Man is doing what D-Man does. So there you go. There wasn't really too much cringe again. So, I mean, I'm still gonna put it as Godzilla cringe either way. But yeah. Alright, so that pretty much will end it off right there, honestly, for the live audio, ladies and gentlemen. This was the first episode of EZilla99 podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be more stuff like this where we kind of have this sort of format where we discuss things that are not related to my thoughts or internet oddities or Godzilla cringe, but just topics I just want to talk about. Because, in general, it's just, this whole podcast is meant for, like, me to talk more about other stuff with you guys, and just other stuff in general that I just want to talk about. And just topics that I probably will bring up that are not really, like, that won't be really good for, like, a Godzilla, or for, like, a Godzilla cringe or internet oddities or my thoughts series. But yeah, other than that, though, guys, that pretty much will do it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this first ever podcast episode. I will be making more episodes in the future, so stay tuned on that. And other than that, though, guys, thank you guys once again for stopping by in the live stream. And leave a like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this, for more live streams like this, and everything else like that. Other than that, though, guys, sayonara.